Hello everybody, I hope this is working okay. Once again, been, not around for a little while, and I really didn't want to be, but just life gets in the way, as you know. Today I wanted to play HOMEBODY. Recently I've been really making an effort to at least try all of the horror games that I've bought in my Steam library and that are totally just sitting around gathering dust. I'm just going to double check something. Cool. Okay. So I wanted to try this one. I've heard it's meant to be a time loop game in the style of the classic Clock Tower games, so very heavy on the puzzles, and there's going to be a persistent stalker enemy who you can't kill. I've heard, I guess, some mixed things, I guess you'd say, about this game. Some people think it's brilliant and other people think it doesn't land very well, so I'm curious to see actually what it's like, because obviously I bought it having heard lots of really good things about it, and then I went on to hear some not so good things about it, so maybe I'll land in the middle, who knows. English, confirm, away we go. You'll notice I've got a cold. I was going to stream on Friday, but I had no voice. I barely have a voice as it is now, so I'll just play it by ear. Okay. Really lovely graphics, nice and crunchy. Cool character models. Okay. Click the mouse on a location in the game world to move there, double click to run. Alternately use. Okay, so the classic. Use the mouse for now. "26 unread messages. How long were we hallucinating? How long were we sleeping?" It's been me lately, I've been so out of it. Stupid cold. Hey Emily, you're not giving up already, are you? Yes, no, I'm on my way there, kinda. Are you panicking? Do you need to pull over? Already did. I'm at the side of the road. Already did what? Panicked or pulled over? Pulled over. I've got 26 unread messages from my friends, and I know it's going to be bad news. I've been sitting at the side of the road for 20 minutes, just trying to stay calm. But I don't think I can handle it. I'm thinking about turning around. And you were hoping I'd give you permission? I would like permission to turn around, yes. Look, you're not going to a funeral, you're going to a cool old house to hang out with your friends and watch a meteor shower. You do this every year and you always seem to have a good time. First things first, hands on wheel, key in ignition, start driving. Okay. Do we get to drive? Or I presume not. There you go. So, Emily, it feels like you haven't left the apartment in weeks. Being in the middle of nowhere and watching a meteor shower doesn't sound so bad, does it? It's not bad, it's like they're sending me like pages and pages of instructions on how to get to this weird old house they rented. Always a good sign. Like, there's a keypad on the gate and Gary sent me the code, but I just know I'm going to get locked out somehow and I'm going to run out of gas trying to get back. The cops are going to find me a week from now, a skeletal husk behind the wheel of my car, clutching my phone. You're spinning yourself in circles, Em. You're fine. You're safe. They miss you. It's just more of an opportunity to let them down. I'm already like 4 hours late. It's gonna be another hour before I get there. I don't think another hour is gonna make things that much worse. Would it hurt to just be honest with them about it? I don't know. I guess I don't know how to say. I wasted a bunch of time stalling because I didn't want to come and not make it weird. Things are already weird enough. I haven't spoken to any of them in almost a year. You really think they won't forgive you for that? I think it doesn't matter what I think. I think I'm panicking. Emily? What are you so afraid of? Okay, check keypad. You can recall important facts from your memory log. Press tab. The text. Gate combination is the third number down on the post-it. 420. Or the third number down. Okay, so that's a different. Wait. 1, 2, 9. Cool. Weird to leave that there. The post-it, I mean. Anyone could have broken it. Nice and ominous. No, hey Cliff. Cool. There she is, the star of the show. You're finally here. Yeah, long drive, huh? Wasn't that bad. I think all in all it was like 3.5 hours. Felt more like 6 from here. We were getting worried about you. All lies. I ran into car trouble. Almost ran out of gas on the way over and to go out of the way to find a gas station. Don't be too embarrassed, Em. I forgot to turn on the headlights on the way out last night. My brain was just like, can't I usually see better than this? I actually said that out loud. And hey, I take it you got my text message? Yep, all of them. Cool. We were worried you wouldn't be able to get inside. Did Pete have any trouble getting here? Actually, Pete isn't here yet. He's about 33 hours late, yeah. He was supposed to be here last night. Worst of all, the owner of the house didn't want to let us in before everyone named on the rental was here. Yeah, like a server at Olive Garden, not wanting to seat us until our whole party had arrived. Took some convincing for him to let us stay. Is that why Mr. Nest gave us an hour of instructions on how not to wreck the place? I think he would have done that either way. He didn't strike me as the kind of guy who gets a lot of company. Not to be mean. Was that too mean? You're fine. Anyway, come on in, Emily. Make yourself comfortable. For real, we've got some catching up to do. How long has it been since I last saw you? Like a year? Yeah, don't keep us waiting any longer. Hey, why don't I take your bag for you? Okay. Hey, everybody's really happy to have you here. I am too. And we go to the foreboding house. The door will shut and never open again. Nice little intro so far. You can use the interact reveal button. Okay, cool. That's going to be helpful. I always need that kind of thing in these kinds of games, because otherwise I just like scan the environment and I'm like, what can I even do? Cool. Nice and dark. Talk to Gary. Gary! Emily, I'm so happy you're here. Gary, I am so happy you're here. How was the convention? I spent 2 days in a hotel room with 8 other people. I slept on a pile of towels under an ironing board. Yikes. Still. I'm glad you're here. Are you excited to get out there and see the Perseids? I guess so. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm all shaky. I feel like I drank a ton of coffee. But I had to stop doing that years ago. Wow, you're pretty into space stuff now, huh? Oh, Emily, I don't know if this is a door you want to open. I've spent a lot of time on astronomy Wikipedia lately. It's a pestilence. Maybe some other time. Okay, so to start out, you're probably asking yourself, what the heck is a Perseid? What we call the Perseids are actually bits of junk that fall off a much bigger comet, the Swift Tuttle. It has this whole cloud of bits that follows it around its orbit, and those bits get burned up in our atmosphere, hence the streaks of light. In fact, some of those little bits have been part of the cloud for 1,000 years. Neat, isn't it? To think about how it went so far away just to come right back to us again. Gary, we haven't really caught up in a while. We haven't, not that things have actually changed. And that's mostly a good thing. I'm still noodling around in Illustrator all day at the glove factory, and hanging with Megan and Cliff a bunch. Life is pretty good. Things are good at the glove factory? Things are great at the glove factory. They're starting to branch out into like hospital clothes, and R&D keeps me at a distance, but I've been hearing rumors about doggy shoes. You get to be the young, computer-savvy person, right? I do. It's a bummer, but it's passively part of my job now, so it's more stuff to pad the day with. Anyway, things are good. I was out the other night with some friends. We went to a dive bar nearby to low-key celebrate my pal Ashley's lizard's birthday. We drank too much in honor of the little bastard and ended up at one of those touristy pick-and-mix candy shops, which is not a good thing for a drunk person to have access to. You just get too excited and start grabbing all the things you loved as a kid, and then you realize that gummy cola bottles suck, and it's like, why did I get so many of these? They don't suck, I wouldn't say they suck. Anyway, it was pretty dumb fun, but fun nonetheless. You do anything exciting lately? I went to breakfast with Laura last week. Fun! Guess I'll go catch up with everyone else. I'm gonna go say hi to everybody. Wait, by the way, have you heard the house rules yet? How complicated can they be? You'd think that, right? The owner of the house left us with a big binder of rules we have to follow. They're pretty basic aside from some weirdly specific rules about silverware. The only part that really matters is that we're supposed to stay out of the cellar and the attic. I am not here to rock any boats. Same. Also, you and me are going to be bunking together in the small bedroom next to the study. We're not going to be up to anything for a while, so you can get settled in. Examine in a glass darkly. By Sheridan Le Fanu in 3 volumes. Leave. Power box is there. That's good to remember, I feel like. Time doesn't advance when we're talking to people as well, so that's good. I was like, is that happening? No. Emily, congratulations on Pemberton. Oh, thanks. It was pretty fun to do. It's silly, you know. It's not much, but it's cool. How did it feel when you finally got to hold the thing you made in your hands? Really bizarre, but cool, definitely. It's kind of mortifying to see your crappy art on thousands of nice glossy pages like that. Like, oh crap, some poor schmuck is going to pay money for this? Hey, this poor schmuck is happy with his purchase. Your work looks really nice. The gouache stuff is incredible. Thank you, again. Emily, you're allowed to accept a compliment. That sounds fake and like a scam. Okay, Cliff. Alright, geez, Megan, it's been so long. How have you been? Find out what her deal is, I guess. Sure has, though I mean, the list of updates is short. Not a bad thing, just like, I'm still doing the same stuff. Working, gaming, having out-of-body experiences. You know how it goes. Out-of-body experiences? I'm not sure I do know how that goes. Maybe they're not out-of-body experiences exactly. What's it called? Sleep paralysis? Isn't that the thing where you're held in an icy grip, motionless as a being beyond your understanding stares at you through your doorway? Nah, that ain't it. Anyway, I'm good is what I'm saying. How's your dad? Fine, I guess. If we just stick talking about food and movies we like, then it's alright. Like, the only quality time I ever spend with him is watching TV in silence, and I think I'm fine with that. Have you ever tried to play video games with him? Nah, he thinks they're dumb and too much work. He's not wrong. Well, what are you? Okay, we're back. Yeah, great. On top of the cold, I'm also having to deal with bad internet. That's just typical. Is that the mystery the title refers to? I think it must be. I wonder what the people at Grubsoft had in mind. Grubsoft? Never heard of them. I barely have either. From what I know, they were a splinter group that left another company and decided to make their own games, guerrilla style. They wanted to keep their identities secret since what they were doing wasn't exactly legal, but it seems like it limited their viability. That's why nobody ever played Purd game. That, and the game itself is kind of whack. It says it's an egg jump action game. Too bad that genre never took off. You guys already went out to watch the Perseids? We went last night, yeah. It was a bummer not to have the whole group there, but it was good. Did you actually see a comet? Nope. I gave my eyes time to adjust and everything. Burn the stars into my retinas. The Perseids are supposed to be at their peak this whole weekend, so it's not too late. Not that the meteor shower is actually why we do this. Francine and Cliff both said they saw one last night. Okay, well what's the plan for tonight? Later on we're eating and watching a movie, but until then I'm hoping to just sit here and game. Cliff is working on dinner right now, but he keeps saying he should be done soon. You said that's an unlicensed game? Clone cartridges like these were popular in countries where the major consoles didn't get distributed or were too expensive. A lot of people had no way of knowing there was any other option. The bootlegs were the only choice. So people grew up with those instead of the real thing. Like a divergent cultural history or something. Exactly. I think it's super interesting. These things rarely flew under the radar, and in the US they're most remembered as a funny, shitty curio. But there are people like me who are just as interested in collecting them. For preservation's sake? That's part of it. I like to think I'm helping preserve the history of these games. Retro collection is usually predicated on nostalgia, like recapturing the feeling of your childhood and getting back things you feel you lost to time. The truth is, I didn't like my childhood, and I'm glad most of that stuff is gone. I'm sorry, Megan. Thanks. I'm over it. I know your childhood was no picnic either. It wasn't, but we can commiserate together, so it was worth it, right? Sure. The only things I'm nostalgic for are things I didn't actually have, things that I wanted but never got to touch, or things I never knew existed. Like this copy of Purd Mystery. I'm excited to be able to play it while I'm here. Wait, you didn't bring that thing with you? Nope. Even though there was no guarantee there'd be a dope old CRT TV, I had a feeling. Purd Mystery was just here waiting for me when I got here. You can play it too. Go ahead and give it a try. It's sweet of you to check in with me, Emily, but you should go say hi to everybody else. I'll still be here. Okay, let's see what's through here. I'll leave her to Purd Mystery. Cliff. Oh, hey. Who are you again? Ah, I see. Binder is full of pages and pages of notes on how to care for the house. Others really weren't kidding, it's kind of obsessive. Flip through it a bit. Open to a page about the cell in the attic being off limits. It gets weirdly personal about what an invasion of privacy it would be to go into these areas without permission. Something about a fee for emotional damages? Okay. Yeah, just really... Hi, Cliff. You're looking at me like you know who I am. I don't think you do. Okay, so he clearly doesn't really want to talk to us. Hiding spot in there, huh? Inspect pamphlet. Fire safety in the kitchen. What's cooking? Fire safety in the kitchen. Remember, food isn't the only thing you can burn. Always be careful when cooking. First degree burns. The burn may appear swollen and red. First degree burn only affects the first layer of skin. Okay. Maybe we can use that against the killer or something. If there is a killer, you know, maybe it's just a game about getting Cliff to like us. I like that everyone's walking around, has their own little routine. What a wonderful year I've spent living in this thriving little hub. To bang your head against the wall over an album that just won't come together. Painful, but when it's a group of friends, all struggling to wring the creativity out of their addled brains, divine. Would be great if I could remember more of it. Maybe by the time a future guest reads this, getting hot water in the upstairs shower will no longer require an intricate ritual of faucet jiggling and prayers to God. Knowing Parker, I doubt it. My stay in this haven for hooligans has been a joy. Despite the best efforts from the inexplicable clangs upstairs, I was actually able to complete my manuscript in my time here. My most humble thanks to Clara for her thoughtful critiques, and to Parker for his theories on my work, which never failed to entertain. Excuse me. I will send you all copies for the study, if I can ever publish the damn thing. Jonathan R. Stakes. I move out tomorrow. Might as well leave an autograph behind, though I highly doubt it will net you any money in any possible future. Maybe I'm just being sentimental. It's hard not to be in a place like this. Best wishes to all. Parks, you never did show me what you were working on in the attic. Dominica, March 1981. You live in a place for so long that it becomes a part of you. This is an idea, of course, that has a lot of relevance to me. I think to everybody. I think. It was an honor to have been here, to breathe this dusty, rarefied air for such a significant chapter of my youth. The upstairs windows glow from my heart now. I hope I've left some small imprint behind in return, other than forgotten tchotchkes. I see you all from that sweet window, Clara Jones. I never was the best with words, but what you had here was very special. Take care, Dalton Rhodes. Welcome to my home. I hope it feels like your own for the duration of your stay. Kindly peruse the binder in the kitchen for an outline on keeping this old place in one piece. Remember to leave a review. This is the coolest Airbnb I've ever rented. Amy Summer, 2009. Love you forever, Mark. Happy anniversary from Hannah. Quirky vibe. Loved it. Thank you, Heather. Don't know why this feels like a yearbook, but this place is cool. HAGS. Gary, sorry. Thank you for having video games, Megan. Nice to leave a written note for once, on real paper even, from Cliff. Okay. Anything this way? No, this is a dead end here. What's in here? Storage area. The fluid in this tank is the source for all the pumps in the house. Note, when improperly calibrated, pumps positioned above this tank will drain automatically with gravity. For pumps positioned below, manual drain will be necessary using this button. Okay. Pumps in here. Garage. Okay, we're in the garage. Okay, flip the switch on. What's in the newspaper? Chimpton Tipper, October 8th, 1978. Review, Carpenter's Deli at the end of its struggle. Carpenter's Deli at its heyday, its wait staff surrounding the corner booth of mainstay customer and self-described local guru, Parker Nest. Some commenters noted a correlation between Nest disappearing from his daily lunches and the eventuality of Carpenter's downfall. Press the button for the garage door opener. It does nothing. The light is on, so it seems to be getting power. Must be broken. Guess the front door is the only way out. Always love to hear that. Okay, I guess we'll try upstairs now that it's 8 PM. Just the passage of time, the ticking of a clock always adds some extra little amount of pressure, and I feel that even during my day when I'm trying to get stuff done. I'm trying to actually do creative things. The Chimpton Tipper, August 20th, 1974. It's happening last Tuesday. The group of young men and women run a gamut of creative and professional aspirations. A writer here, hyper-realist painter here, an industrial engineer turned performance artist beside. The latter would be Clara Jones, whose reputation rapidly rose throughout the past year as a holder of revivalist happenings of the highest order, her work dazzling and frustrating poets and academics alike. Just last week, the group to which Jones belongs gathered in a disused steel plant beneath a meteor shower to take in her latest work, orchestrated with her creative partner, Parker Nest. Okay, I'll talk to Francine. So, Francine, I'm here. Oh, hey, Emily, glad you could make it. Your room's down the hall. Sorry I'm so late. My mum's really been monopolizing my time while I've been in town. No need to apologize. Well, thanks for putting this whole thing together. Again. No problem. Hope you've been well. I've been good. Really busy, just non-stop working. Seems like it's been paying off. I saw Pumberton at Borders. Congrats. Thanks. My third grade art teacher started writing books for her grandkids and needed someone to draw them, and we'd kept in touch online, so I kinda lucked into it. How nice. That's very sweet. Since you're here, have you heard the house rules yet? Yeah, the guy who owns the place is pretty precious about it, huh? I think this place is just important to him. I'm glad you're all caught up. Oh, and by the way, something's wrong in the bathroom. That's not the start of a good story. Nope. They're old pipes, I guess, and they get backed up sometimes. They work, but there's this big weird pump on the wall that's supposed to keep things flowing. Right away, Cliff came in and messed with it, and I yelled at him, and now we're not going to touch it again. Got it. Cool. Cliff was kind of shitty when I said hi to him. Have you noticed anything? Anything other than his usual attitude? No, I haven't. You know how cold he can be. I'm sure he's just being rude for rudeness' sake. He's avoiding eye contact, Francine. Emily, I get startled when Cliff does make eye contact. But now that I think of it, he's been rude to me too. He hasn't been himself when he isn't talking to Gary. Guess I just chalk that up to him being a jerk. It's been a while. It has. So, how was the drive? What? Did you take the 80, or... What are you, my dad? You know I had the same drive as you. I did it a good 30 hours ago, but we're coming from the same place. Right, of course. How have you been? Pretty okay, I think. Finally doing a bit better with everything. Are you still doing freelance writing? Doing like magazine copy? Aggregator website copy, but yes, today the path to the great American novel is paved with listicles, sadly, but there's momentum. Have you been meeting new people in the city? I mean, sure, I've been working my way into a few circles of friends. It's been slow, but I'm being proactive. I believe in you. That stuff all comes with time. Time isn't really an object. Aside from freelance, I've really got nothing but time. I'm working on the social stuff, but most of the people I talk to on a daily basis are just kind of terrible. I get what you mean. People really stress me out sometimes. That's why I stick to people I know. But the pool of people you know thins out over time. Before I left home, the only people I knew were Cliff, Gary, Megan, and Pete. Same. And I mean, exact same. Them and Laura, I guess. How's Laura been? She's been your roommate now for what, almost 2 years? Laura, she's doing great. She's been out of the apartment more than usual for work stuff, but she's been good. Wow, that we've been living together for almost 2 years now. Really grateful for her. Oh good, she's still working in data entry? Data analysis, yeah. Without her I would have fallen apart by now. How nice. I always regretted not getting to know her better. Yeah, she seemed to like you too. The time that you met, we went out to breakfast last week. Sounds nice. I feel like this breakfast is going to come back and be really important. I heard you actually saw a comet this time? A meteor, not a comet, but yes, it was amazing. Humbling, kinda. Makes you feel kinda small, huh? It does. It's a cliche, sure, but it kinda puts things into perspective. It's nice to be back in touch with everybody. It feels kind of like a dream. I'm glad to see you. In one piece, I mean. You're referring to the last time we went out to watch the Perseids? It's been on my mind, yeah. Emily, I wasn't paralyzed and I didn't go missing. I fell and hit my head. Sure, we spent a portion of the night in the ER, but that was its own kind of togetherness, wasn't it? Right, I have complicated feelings about that night for sure. What do you think of the library? From an anthropological standpoint, they're fascinating. It's fun painting a picture of someone based on the contents of their bookshelf. As for the books themselves, they're not bad, per se, but very dated. Yeah, what can you tell about the homeowner from these books? I would guess he's very much a product of his time, and I suspect a number of drugs. He seems to have stopped collecting sometime in the 70s. There are signed first editions by Gary Snyder, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, but none of the spines are broken, like they were never read. More of a collection than a library, maybe. Absolutely. These books are here to be surrounded by, not necessarily to be read. So, you're piecing stuff together about the owner of the house, huh? Surprised at the amount of dialogue that every character has. I forgot you didn't get to meet him. His name is Parker Nest. He seemed a pretty charming person. Maybe a little eccentric, though. He aggressively mentioned the parties he used to have here. Some of them ebbed and flowed for weeks at a time. So, the weird old man who owns this house is way cooler than we could ever hope to be. From a certain point of view, sure. He clearly wanted to reminisce about his glory days, casually dropping names of dead writers he knew. He kept mentioning Ken Kesey and the electric Kool-Aid acid tests. Seems like they were in the same beatnik milieu, though I couldn't tell if Nest saw it as a party or an experiment. Wasn't Nest a writer himself? I wonder if he was any good. If he was good, I haven't found any evidence of it. That was too mean, but still, for all we know, he's an acid casualty who was in the right place at the right time, and I'm not about to go snooping for evidence to the contrary, but I hope there's no listening device in here. Oh, you used to love snooping. I also used to love mixing every pop together at Burger King. That doesn't mean I should keep doing it. I no longer feel the need to rummage through an old man's personal things. But if you're more comfortable digging, knock yourself out. I read something interesting about the homeowner. I've already done some rummaging. Oh yeah? What'd you find? Newspaper article about Nest and his group. And a picture of him in a struggling small business. Oh yeah, I read that one. He must have been pretty charismatic back then. Guess he still is now. It's just something about a man with followers that doesn't sit right with me. I know, it's like the start of a story that ends in a mass suicide. It's pretty culty. I don't think many influential countercultural icons look good with the benefit of hindsight, but Nest seemed like a kind person. I'm choosing to take comfort in that right now. Anyway, I felt like Nest wasn't actually the star of that particular show. It seemed like his partner Clara was the actual mastermind. And then go say hi to the other kids. Great. All 298 pages in here. I don't quite have the voice for that today, but who knows? Maybe another day. Parker, thank you for the vials. I swear these are the last I'll need. Do remember to change your bandages because I do not plan on taking you to the ER again. The work will be done soon. Rest assured it is as convoluted as you feared. See. Okay. What's in here? Hallway. Love the camera angles, are very well done. I love the feeling of old Gothic houses as well, like this. Teal wire comes up out of the floor and leads along the hallway. Well, maybe it's not Gothic, but Gothic adjacent. For a girl who likes talking about spaces a lot, I need to get a better handle on architectural style other than like Art Deco and Gothic. Classy and brutalist, I suppose. The output pressure on this pump should be set to 12 psi at all times. Do not touch. But 12 psi. Okay. Trying to see if there's any rhyme or reason to this. Is there anything else we can do? Okay, I see. The power just go out. Stop fiddling with the pump. We gotta go figure out. Is it run okay? Hello? Where's everybody? Oh, it's dark. Hello? Gary? What's up? That lightning was intense. That was the type of noise that makes people cartoonishly hit their heads. We're lucky none of us are stricken with amnesia. And it's not even raining out. Yeah, I noticed that too. Some kind of electrical storm, maybe? But, Gary, do you know what's up with Cliff? Like, is he mad at me? Oh man, is he acting like he's mad at you? He's actively cold-shouldering. Huh, for all his bluster, Cliff is usually more of a passive-aggressive kind of guy. I don't remember him saying anything particularly shitty. Come to think of it though, I don't remember him saying anything about you for a while. Even when I brought you up. Shit, do you do think he's mad at me? I'm sorry, buddy. I'm very confident that he's mad at you. I wonder if he resents me for moving away. He might be onto something. He keeps bringing up how you live in the big city, that you're too good for us. It was all he would talk about for a while, and the time he first started clinging to me constantly. Yikes, sorry about that. It is what it is. Do you think you could talk to him about it for me? You and I both know he wouldn't react well if I actually talked to him about it. This is going to take some subterfuge, and I can't promise it'll be done by the end of the night, but I'll try to bring it up. Boy, I wish we could just talk to him, regular style. You and me both, but it'll be okay. Oh man, this is a little creepy. Strange power box mounted into the wall. Looks like it can provide power to one of two cables that leave the box on the left and right sides, but the box itself needs to be powered on first. There's a yellow and black striped cable coming to the box from the floor. Yellow cable leads from the left side of the box into the foyer. Teal cable leads from the right side up into the ceiling. Interesting, okay. I'm glad everyone hasn't been immediately murdered. Inspect cables. 2 cables, 1 orange, 1 blue, lead from the ceiling down to the floor. Let me guess. The floor, which happens to lead down into the basement, which we're not allowed to go into. Is this... Right, this is the basement. We shouldn't go into the basement though, huh? But we're gonna go into the basement because we need to fix the power. Check machine. How do I... Oh good, there's machines like this everywhere. Okay. Check machine. What the... Check keypad. Okay, check iron door. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Read plaque. Of hollowed tubes and animal spirits. Clara Jones, hydraulic cylinders, oil, human blood, 1979. The body is a machine, the body is a house. The same blood, the same thoughts, recycled, gushing, cellar attic, atrium to ventricle. There is beauty to the well-oiled symphony of it, the furnace of the heart, the electric grid of nerve endings, lungs stuffed with asbestos, the organs swelling proudly against the floorboards, the crawl spaces littered with the corpses of animals and the bodies of men. The lights are on, there's nobody home. But a body gets sick, wood rots, machines rust, houses melt into something worse. Nature abhors a vacuum and will punish you for creating one. You will suffer the relentless function of your own decay. A body made to live, a machine built to die. I like that a lot. Speaks to the pretentious. A little sea urchin, maybe one of those old nautical mines or something. Speaks to the pretentious horror fan of me, I was going to say. But there's like an art installation in the basement, and here's all the stuff that Clara needed to build it, I guess. So I presume the whole house maybe is an experiment of some kind, which is exactly how we should, horror spaces should be treated, as like experiments, human on the human psyche and how we relate to space. And I can feel myself warming up here. There's a tunnel near the floor that, when I look into the darkness, seems to stretch into infinity. Just looking at it makes me want to hyperventilate. I don't much want to know what's on the other end, but metal bars stop me from finding out. Whoa. Okay, I don't know if that's what I was expecting. Okay. Basement is officially pretty weird. So we've got a bunch of stuff here. Okay. What was... There was a noise. Where is everybody? Whoa. Who the heck is that? Help. Help? Cliff, hey. What the fuck is that awful sound? I don't know. I knew we couldn't trust this place. We gotta get out of here. Front door doesn't open. A deadbolt holds the door in place in its upper left corner. Examine the lock. Locking mechanism doesn't have power. Yellow cable leads into the power box in the living room. Okay, but we just definitely don't have power. There's a suitcase. Wait, the suitcase, we might have that, right? I mean, we're about to be murdered, but, yep. Okay. Frantically trying to unlock a suitcase while being murdered. Okay. Everyone was killed. It's like a really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Great design. Like, it looks like a much smaller mask from the front based on like how it's designed. Like, it's flat against their face. Okay. Gary? Hey Emily, I'm so glad to see you. What just happened? What the fuck is happening? Good to see you too, Gary. You doing alright? Gary, something is up here. I'm fine. Sorry I'm late. Emily, I'm serious. You look pretty rattled. Long day. It killed us. It came from nowhere. Can you even hear me? Please listen to me. Yeah, just stressed out from family stuff, I think. Feel a little guilty about leaving my mum's place. I'm glad to have finally made it here, though. This is going to be a good night. Hell yeah, this is just like old times. There's a lock on the front door. Do you know why? What? Did you try unlocking it? The lock seems like it needs power to unlock. Oh shit, so we're trapped inside until we figure the lock out? Do you remember something messed up just now? Like, I had this weird dream of something scary happening. That would have been a welcome adrenaline spike, buddy. Remember that Hills Have Eyes / Texas Chainsaw situation in college? You don't remember us all getting murdered. Yeah, I do. We're driving southwards in the mountains, following signs for a rustic old family fun centre. We thought it'd be good for a laugh. Yep, smug detached irony led us right into a creepy old ghost town. It was cartoonish. Our car didn't stop for a second when we got to that abandoned go-kart track. Cliff peeled out of there so fast we barely even got a second look at the place. Still can't believe that wasn't a nightmare. You feeling okay, Emily? You look just like you did when we got out of there. You really can't hear me when I talk about what happened, can you? Guess it's just my imagination. Emily, maybe you should go lie down or something. You've had a long night, haven't you? Like, we're supposed to have a relaxing weekend. Yeah, maybe I just need to calm down. I presume the same thing's gonna happen. Megan? I don't want to make you uncomfortable, Emily, but I am so glad you're here. Why would that make me uncomfortable? Just like, I know how stressful it is to feel seen like that. That's sweet. It's a good scene. Francine was actually pretty worried you weren't going to come. She said you've been really busy with work lately. Guess I was also worried I wasn't going to come. Haha. Why? Oh, deadlines for work that I'm doing. Well, I hope you're not pushing yourself too hard. You and Francine must hang out all the time since you moved out there, huh? Yeah, for sure. Speaking of which, sorry again that I'm so late. I haven't been in town. Yeah, jeez, I hope she's holding up okay. Mostly hope you're holding up okay. And anyway, we're still waiting on Pete. Megan, do you have a memory of something strange happening? Like, something in this house? Whoa, Emily. No, I don't, and I promise you that I would. It's been a long weekend. Please, fuck, one of you guys has to be able to hear this. You know, if I'm being honest, I was worried that this weekend wasn't going to go well. Sure, I was a little worried too. Glad I'm not alone. It's been really nice seeing everybody. Are you doing okay, Emily? Like, maybe you should go sit down or something. Maybe Cliff will remember. Cliff, hey. Look who's here. You're not as good as you think you are, you know that? What? The asking questions so you can control people thing. Like you can get the upper hand over people without them even knowing it. Like you can control everything. I don't think I can control everything. I feel like I'm spiraling 90% of the time. Yeah, I know it's hard for you, I'm sorry. Gary pulled me aside this morning and told me you're worried about me. I'm worried about you too. I've missed you, Emily. I missed you too. Pfft. There's a lock on the front door. Do you know why? You couldn't unlock it? We're not going to be able to get away from that thing. It's not on the door itself, it's a separate machine. I knew there was something I didn't trust about this place. Guess the fancy security system needs power to deactivate. Seems pretty dumb. Does this house not have any other exits? Nope. I double checked as soon as I got here. Even the garage door doesn't work. Do you remember something messed up just now? Like, I had this weird dream of something scary happening. What? Didn't you walk in the door like a minute ago after driving here alone? Should I be taking your keys? Excuse me. You seem kind of stressed out. You should go relax for a few. Nobody remembers anything. Okay. So time doesn't pass while you're talking, but it does pass while you're trying to do puzzles, obviously. And that door won't open until the power goes out. Front door is locked. If the power's on, locking mechanism doesn't have power. Gotta get out of here. The front door might be the only way out of here. I have to figure out this lock. So let's try and open this. What was the 420? Help if I went the right way, huh? 420. What do we got? This is what I packed. I know I was in a hurry, but this is 2 pairs of pants and no underwear. What the hell? This is so embarrassing. My suitcase is pretty much empty. Does this have something to do with whatever fucked up thing is going on in this house? Or am I just a fool? Okay. Power box. Isn't powered on. Yeah, cable. Okay, we can't do anything with those. This is a really good setup. Suddenly it's escalated a lot. The pressure is on. So what, the power goes out at like 9 or 10 and the killer shows up like an hour after that. Do you remember? Francine, hey. Hi Emily. Been wanting to say to you, this morning I heard Cliff talking with Gary about how much he misses you and how he's frustrated he hasn't heard from you in a while. Guessing those weren't the words Cliff used. No, they weren't. He was really spitting venom to all of us. Gary talked him down though. Thought it was interesting to hear Gary speaking on your behalf, working to be sure Cliff would be excited to see you. So we've somehow influenced what's happened this morning based on what we said to Gary before. Sweet of you to notice that, Francine. Of course, Emily, I care about you. And clearly Cliff does too. I think Gary just needed to remind him of that. It was very prescient of him to do that before he even got here. Somehow Gary remembered me talking to him about Cliff. Prescient, yeah. How did he know Cliff was going to make things weird? Do you have a feeling of deja vu, Francine? Like, I have a feeling we've been here, in this room, before. In a nostalgia way, you mean? No, like, literal. Then, no. Are you doing okay, Emily? I just remember being here in this room before that thing showed up. No, I think I just need to sit down. I was going to say before I had a complaint about clicking on the line and then having it be the same line that appeared, but I can see exactly now why they did that, was to have this sort of subversion of, you know, like I want to say this but I can't, and it's a very effective bit of horror, sort of hold your tongue, you can't actually say what you're feeling. Are you dehydrated? Is your blood sugar low? No offense, but you seem kind of off somehow. Do you need to meditate? Okay. Check drawers. Drawer contains receipts for construction projects that have metal sheet and rebar. Bees. Dead bees, individually encased in tiny plastic trays, but still. Drawer is empty. Drawer is full of Christmas ornaments. Small plastic baby figurines. Jesus. Rocks. Tiny unmarked vials. Rulers of various shapes and sizes. Rubber bands. Dirt. Some mysteries are best left unsolved. Various die. 6-sided, 12-sided, 20-sided. Inside drawer 12, there's a ripped piece of paper. It's page 110. Text is about something called the Watcher that the writer or protagonist is afraid of. Where's the book that this is missing from? Excuse me again, it's a bit cold. The drawer just has an empty can of some off-brand energy drink. The drawer is full of tiny skulls. Probably mice. Let's go with mice. Full of pins. Full of screws. Okay, so we got that. We can examine Dracula. Do we have to flick through the... I mean, let's have a look. I love that the whole thing is here. I would love to. That's what I should do one day, isn't it? I'll just sit down and read Dracula on stream. I feel like that would be lots of fun. I still want to do a marathon stream as well. Hopefully soon. So that, yeah, 110. No, so it's not that one. What about the Bhagavad Gita? Let's go to 110. Flip slowly and painstakingly through it, just like I would flip through a real book to look for a page. Page 1, page 2, page 70. Lots of clicking. Hero long-armed, beyond denial, hard man's hardest to restrain and wavering, yet may it grow restrained by habit, prince. By want of self-command, this yog, I say, cometh not lightly to the ungoverned ones, but he who will be master of himself shall win it, if he stoutly strive thereto. Arjuna, and what road goeth he who having faith fails Krishna in the striving, falling back from holiness, missing the perfect rule? Is he not lost, straying from Brahma's light, like the vain cloud which floats twixt earth and heaven, when lightning splits it and it vanisheth? Fain would I hear thee answer me herein, since Krishna, none save thou can clear the doubt. Page 110. Anything else we can't, I presume we can't open the, this was, yeah, that was the blood, I presume, that was needed for that exhibition, the vials, back hallway, we didn't check this way before. What's in here? Manuscript page? Eulogy for the chosen few. Holy lightning strikes thrice. You're baptized in the great gunshot of it, the halo your skull makes against the night. There is little to do but welcome it, that swallowing dark. Welcome what moves beneath your flesh. Greet the worms in your lungs. Here they are at home. Look to that distant star, that cold, coy wink, and rejoice. A new you is risen. Emerge from your skin then. Discard the husk. You will not recognize the thing you used to be. From the dirt and from the skies we have made you whole. From your hands falls a soft summer rain. From your eyes a cleansing fire. Cherish your rewards and look back upon the path you created to paradise, an altar, a chapel, that sacred place where you confess the things you thought you were better than. Really nice prose in this game, some really good writing. If it's very purple, I guess. Safe Kid's Guide to Logging Online. Always ask your parents' permission before surfing the web. Don't give anyone your personal information, like what school you go to, or your birthday. If you see something that makes you feel funny, tell a trusted adult right away. Never agree to meet someone you met on the internet in real life, ever. Very bad things can happen to you. Ask yourself, can you ever really know a person? Would you even want to? If you wouldn't say it in front of grandma, don't say it online. Don't open emails or IMs from strangers. They could have viruses, bad pictures, or could just be trying to play a mean trick on you. Don't risk it. God, I love this, just like the insertion of can you ever really know a person in the middle of this, you know, fairly basic guide to logging in online. That's so cool. Okay, and that is a cool installation as well. I need one of those in my house. Examine flyer. It's a flyer for an electronic lock, maybe from the 80s. The illustrations have that gauzy airbrush look they did then. It says it has an optional electromechanical failsafe feature that lets it automatically deactivate on loss of power. Accompanying the flyer is a handwritten note. Read the note. Clara. Someone will be coming by from the electronics company to do the installation. Have them set the passcode as specified on the form and lock up the schematic combination in the cellar cage when done. Do not let them enter the attic. P. Parker, why are you suddenly so obsessed with security? I can't tell if you're going to keep something out or keep something in. And why would they even want to go in the attic? I want to see you leave the house again someday. Clara. Post-it note. Next to the keypad diagram there's a sticky note. All that's on it is a number, written in thin open block letters 12. You think the two of these are connected? Right, so The note says set the passcode as specified on the form. Okay, so that doesn't help immediately. Oh, wait, this is the Minesweeper. Is it? I fucking suck at Minesweeper. I haven't played this since primary school. Two, three. Okay, so we're adjacent to 2 here. What is the... Does it say we have to... Do we have to beat far out? Okay. I didn't suck that time. Minesweeper. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Is that going to stay the same every time, or do I, every time I die, I've got to play Minesweeper? Because as you just saw, it's going to take me a while. I spent like an hour trying to beat the easiest Minesweeper game ever made. Okay, and then there's this. This thing in here. Examine the mess. What actually is the mess? How the hell did this even happen? Chair and some booze. Classy. Adjoining area. No, wait, that's the... Okay, wait, what's this? This is the wire. No, I like how compact the house is. I can see sort of what I have to do. A device and another door. This must be to the attic. What's this device? The teal wire leads it to a box with a little spotlight. Guess the power box powers that on. Okay, there goes the power. Just going to disable the door lock to the cellar. So let's run down there real quick, right? Does Gary have anything to say about it this time? Gary? Oh man, this is eerie. Should we be finding some place to hide? A closet maybe? Crap, trouble's really following you tonight, huh? Maybe we should find a closet to hide in. But maybe we should also run downstairs and what does it want me to do it the opposite way? Is it like everything that's not a mine? Yes. Okay. Turn the power on. Go, 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 go. No time to dilly-dally, let's go. Damn, I'm like just waiting for this intimidating character to show up again. Let's... Okay, so this is on now. Oh god, okay. Oh no, it's a slide puzzle. Oh, do not like this. Plus does not go to minus. Plus, plus, minus, minus. Okay, so the pluses have to connect with the other pluses. Which means... Oh my god. This is insane. That kind of works, right? Plus, plus, minus. And then we swap that around. That around. Minus. But I'm gonna get so lost in this, and I'm gonna like get stabbed to death. Plus, holy shit. Who is that? Please don't be the murderer. Oh my god. Wait, Go. Outside, go outside. Get the hell out of here. Whoa. What the... But I made it outside, come on. Run. Damn, okay. Escape is not good enough. I love the, like... Oh, the aesthetic of this game is great. They did a great job with that. Okay. Hello, Emily. My name is Parker Nest. Do you feel strange spending so much time in my home? Your home? You're not really in a mountain retreat in Pennsylvania. That place isn't your home. Is not Rome still Rome? Are these really the last days of the Roman Empire? Ugh, please make sense. Tell me, when that creature, the homunculus, when it attacks you, do you feel it? Do you feel anything when you die? Homunculus, is that what that thing is? I imagine you must blame me for what's happening to you. Frankly, I do too. Find to whom this cruel world appears, and you will know why it appears so cruel. In the attic you'll find a device I've built, something Burroughs told me about some time before he pissed off to Tangiers, called an accumulator, supposed to aid in cellular reassembly. I built it believing it would extend my halcyon years. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Naturally, it didn't. So what, we got like an immortality machine that you're after? Instead, over time, it made the house. It made you, it made that thing, the homunculus, and it made a liar out of me. The only comfort that brings me regarding the predicament I seem to have gotten you into is that it keeps creating and recreating you. Oh, I see. Like a grey goo, like automatic rebuild sort of situation going on, perpetuating life. But it won't last forever. In fact, I suspect the mere fact we're having this conversation now is a sign that both of us are in some kind of hot water. The accumulator is the maker of the world in which we live. It alone can change it or unmake it. Okay. I definitely feel like I was supposed to take a couple more attempts to get out of the house. To like before this like exposition info dump here. Okay, here we are again. Hi Gary. Hey Emily, I talked to Cliff about you. Yeah, I noticed. Thank you, Gary. Oh, you talked to him? What did he say? Did it go well? It went very Cliff, but not too badly. I think this is just his way of showing he cares. Being a jerk, you mean? Yeah. Sounds about right. The reality is he misses you. He would never in a million years actually show it, but he misses you. And no one person could convince him someone actually misses him back. Do you know anything about a book with a monster called The Watcher? The Watcher? I remember hearing that somewhere. Crap, it rings a bell, but I can't quite remember. Maybe you could ask Francine. She's good with books and whatnot. I'll talk to you again soon. Cool. Yeah, very interesting game. I love games that make the space like the reason for being. Obviously, like it has one space and it's very important that you inhabit that space and really get to know it, and obviously that's what's going on here. Hey Emily. I want to fucking scream, but I can't. Sorry I'm late. Hey Emily, what's up? I want to cry when I look at them, but I guess I'll just talk about the weather or whatever. It's nothing. Do you know anything about a book with a monster called The Watcher? The Watcher? Interesting. I feel like it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh right, that's from In a Glass Darkly by Sheridan Le Fanu. It's got a bunch of creepy stories in it. And one of them, the hero is stalked by some sort of creature who he calls the Watcher. There's also this fucked up bird that shows up. It's pretty great. Okay, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Okay. Okay, so the homunculus thing is gonna show up and try and murder us at like 10 or 11. Okay, that was definitely new. What was that? I guess we're gonna get less and less time though. As things get worse. Where is that? I know I saw that book around here somewhere. Whoa, retro. Amazing how these things feel so brittle, but somehow they last forever. Okay, no, we don't have time to play Purd Mystery right now. In a glass darkly. Page 110. Let's go. I don't know why, just like I keep coming back to the idea of just like reading Dracula in this game. Just for like a couple of hours, just like I'm just gonna read my audience Dracula. So this is where the missing page from the study drawer came from. Now what do these color bars mean? 1, 3, 3, 2. Have I seen anything like that? Front door lock doesn't do anything. So we'd need to connect it the other way. Okay, God, this is gonna be so stressful. Book clue. I haven't seen anything that I can actually use the clue on yet. Clock. There's no way I'm ever going out there again. Nest's accumulator is the only way out now. Okay, so definitely no point trying that again. Garage door switch, check device. Does this scroll at all? Yeah, it does. So there's more to see. Okay. Very puzzle heavy game, which is really gonna test my sleep deprived brain. It's gonna addle me, I'm sure. Talk to Cliff. Hey Cliff. Where do you think he's hiding the bodies, Emily? Huh? The guy who owns the place. Nest. I know he's got skeletons in one of these closets, kept just out of sight. Incidentally, those closets will probably be a good place to hide when he shows up with an axe. How have things been going with you, Cliff? Same shit, different day. Still hanging in and not thrilled about it. Have you done any cool film stuff lately? I wish. Back home they're not exactly trawling the streets for gaffers and best boys. I've mostly been doing electrical work, contract stuff. We always used to talk about how college was a waste and how we wish we'd picked up a trade instead. Yep, living the dream. Mark, the contract I've been working for, talks about how most of the worst accidents on the site don't happen during something dangerous. They happen when people get complacent. Does that mean it's always dangerous? In a sense. The worst, again, is when you're just not thinking. On your belly in a crawl space, if your head or chest goes over a live wire that's 240 volts straight into your brain or your heart, you're pretty much done. Jesus, that's grim. Do you spend a lot of time looking for other jobs? Yeah, let me know if you have any tips. I've been spending a lot of time in crawl spaces lately. Christ, I'll let you know if I hear anything. Have you seen the power box in the living room? Do you know what's up with it? Oh yeah, that weird wall enclosure. A box like that controls electrical distribution. Usually that'd be done with simple switches, but in this setup some of the wiring distribution is offloaded to the components inside the enclosure, which lets you choose where to send the juice. Looks like the power flows up from the positive and negative terminals on the bottom to either of the positive and negative pairs on the left or right. You need to line up the connections on the tiles to form a continuous path, blah 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 blah. You can only solve one side at a time. Connect minus to minus and plus to plus. As long as plus and minus don't directly connect to each other, you're good. The thing is so weird. Looks like a toy from the Smart Kid store. Yeah. Looks old and handmade and ridiculous. You think the homeowner made it? I've noticed a few other gizmos around the house. That's my guess too, but I don't know why. If he didn't make it himself, he at least paid someone else to. Question is why? So everybody else is just ignoring the escape room puzzle in the living room. Maybe they don't know how abnormal it is. Whoever built that thing was trying to keep somebody out of something else. If somebody's that worried, they probably shouldn't be renting their house out to strangers, and we should be sleeping outside. Also, FYI, that thing isn't going to work at all if it doesn't have power. That would probably be controlled from the main circuit breaker. You really know this much about that power box? I don't know. I feel like I've seen it before somehow. Like a weird kind of deja vu feeling. You really don't trust the guy who owns this house, do you? Why would I? He's got gizmos locking us off from important parts of the house. He's got us locked inside with an electronic thing on the front door. He gave me the creeps. He pretty much asked if he could hang out. We had to convince him to leave. I'm surprised you were willing to stay after that. I'm keeping an eye out for cameras. I'm keeping an ear out for movement in the walls, and I'm sleeping next to a baseball bat. I'm just saying, trust is a two-way street. Okay, talk to you later. That doesn't. If we hide in the closet, like, what does that look like? So this is the only hiding space I've seen so far. This keypad. I bet this allows us to unlock the cellar early before the power goes out. Okay. Get out of the way, Gary. Okay. Manuscript page. So there's Frankenstein as well in here. Did we read that before? Come Hell or Higher Waters, Part 1, Festivities. Someone in a corner was playing a saw with a bow, poorly, and the theremin warble of it screeched through the house until the man caught the bow on the ragged teeth. It snapped with a twang, striking him in the face. A woman in a shawl poured vodka onto the lightly bleeding cut on his eyebrow. Suddenly there was a joint in my hand, as well as a fresh grasshopper. Who gave them to me? Perhaps they simply manifested there. It may have been soused 3 drinks ago, but I was in the throes of a personal heartbreak, and I'd be damned if I wasn't going to have a good time in spite of it. The party gathered as a celebration of the full moon, and it quickly devolved into a celebration of pure debauchery. I observed a jolly, nude man streak across the yard, a comet of pale flesh. We were artists, after all, left to our own devices, and a voluminous quantity of liquor and acid. What else would you expect? I led a small gaggle of quite pulchritudinous young ladies into the attic to show them the accumulator. They oohed and ahed and huddled inside the chamber, impressed with the finely crafted nothing. It ends there. Yeah, so next time, right, I'll read Dracula, and then I'll read Frankenstein, and then I'll read the Bhagavad Gita, and yeah, we'll just go through the whole thing. I mean, we can try have a look at the pump thing before the power goes out. I don't think we have much time for that though, but if we go on like this, and is that 4 every time? Is that what it's worth? 1. Yes. So wait, the trick could be like this. No, okay, hang on. Like so. Okay. Walk, inspect, crawl space. Illich brand static pressure pumps operations basics. Every Illich brand static pressure pump comes with a configurable set of pressure cylinders, can be arranged in any order. Normal cylinders increase PSI output by 1 unit of fluid. Heavy duty cylinders reinforced with the bulkier housing increase PSI output by 5. We figured that out. Input fluid amount is displayed on the left, displayed on the right. So I had figured that out, I just broke it, I guess. Unless there was another one, right? Somewhere. I think that was in the... Okay, also what I wanted to test was whether or not this password remains the same. Okay, it does. Switch that on. Yes, there is another thing there, and it's infinitely more complicated. Okay, it's like 4 things. Shit escalates, I guess. Okay. Okay, so connect the bottom ones to the right ones. I was trying to connect them all last time. I was going crazy. Okay, plus. Can lead to plus somehow. No. Minus needs to go up and then ugh, come on. Minus is currently flowing there. Who sets up their wiring like this? Slide puzzles. Only in a survival horror game. Oh god. This is so stressful. Do I have to run it left? Oh, so close. Okay, that goes there. Damn, I'm close, aren't I? Close but no cigar, come on. Oh, this is infuriating. I'm so close. She says, not being close at all. If we swap, oh, come on, 'cause that's negative connected, but I just can't. Oh crap. Okay. Can I tell him to hide? Cliff, we're all gonna have PTSD now. I think the good news is we'll all be too dead to have PTSD. If I hide, what happens? Just curious to hear whether we hear everyone else being murdered. Definitely heard something. Waiting patiently, waiting patiently. Yes, yeah, he definitely killed me the first time, like about now. Oh yeah, out and about. At least no one asked me. You know, Cliff didn't ask me how I knew that they're all going to be dead. Because that was something I actually said. We'll be two dead. Sounds pretty angry. I do also wonder what time the game ends. If there's a set. I presume it ends at like dawn or something. And I just get automatically murdered. What happens if we reach midnight though? I'll see if anything happens when we reach midnight. I am curious. Can't hear the monster right now, but I imagine everyone else is probably dead. Unless someone is better at hiding than I thought they were going to be. 54, 55, 56, 57. Okay. Can definitely hear it moving around. Can see it moving around. This big body. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's Megan. She's dead. There's a lot of blood. This can't be happening. Cliff. I always read that when people die, they piss their pants. I'm so glad I didn't piss my pants. Wait, did I piss my pants? Oh my god, I can't even feel my lower half. If I actually piss my pants, please don't tell me. They're good at the noises. Really don't get very far. Just want to know which way the monster is going to come from. So hard to tell. Where does Gary die? Or can I? Oh shit! Go 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 go! Can I get to the attic? Go 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 go! Is the attic unlocked? Oh. Is there a place to hide in? Hide, 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 hide. There's something new. That's new, isn't it? I don't think I've been in there before. Where the elevator thing is. Whether I just missed... Maybe did I miss that somehow? How did I miss that? Oh dear. Clearly heavy breathing didn't give us away. I do like the use of the like sort of comic book pop out bit there. Very effective emphasis on face and facial expression. Okay, let's really carefully. Okay, computer's been smashed. Oh god. Oh god, that was bad. Read schedule. Day with Parker. 4 o'clock rise, 4:05 cold shower, 4:15 coffee paper ideation. 5 o'clock end of the watch. 11 rise again, re-energized. 11:05 hot shower. 11:15 pranayama. Focus on the breath. 11:30 Zazen, ruminating upon cones, mostly regarding being beaten with a stick. 11:45 TM, focus on the intake and release of energy. 12 accumulator cleaning and upkeep. 1 center my internal locus of control, banish external negative energy. 1:15 lunch. 1:45 post-lunch walk. 2 ideation. 6 accumulator observation meditation. 7 automatic drawing exploratory stream of consciousness writing. 8 nightcap old-fashioned, some grass perhaps. 10 preparation for liminal dreaming, placing a bedstand journal for later transcription during the watch. An adaptation of Dali's famous The Slumber with a Key technique, on which I've iterated, involving repeated periods of wakefulness, a gentle flirtation with the beginning stages of REM. Once there was a natural medieval habit of second sleep, and a period of wakefulness referred to as the watch between the first sleep and second. This was used as the most productive time of the day in which a family accomplished most of their tasks. I adopted this practice for myself and find similar generative results. Maybe I should try that. I need something like that. Examine plans. Parker, I've tempered my doubts about the accumulator up to this point, but a lightning rod, really? This isn't some old movie serial, even if electricity did work that way. What do you plan to use it for? C. Soon, I will be just as the modern Prometheus. Okay. I really want to be able to shut that door, let me just say. Okay, do I have any clues as to what this thing is supposed to be? That doesn't help, does it? Blue, red, yellow. No, those aren't. We've got purple, green, and orange sounds. Yeah, we don't have what's needed to solve this, I don't think. I've looked at everything in here. Okay. Check computer. Computer's been smashed, seemingly deliberately. How could this have happened? Probably the giant monster. Power box. Computer is on an uninterruptible power supply. I guess that means it's important. But if we hadn't seen it, we just have to get murdered, I guess. Okay. Okay, he didn't make it very far either. Gary, can I have a glass of water? I'm really thirsty. My tummy hurts. I think I'm going to take a nap. I'll feel better when I wake up. Those final words, are they? Something? I can't quite tell. What about front scene? Damn this heat. I can feel it pulsing off the sand, pushing me upwards. I swear I could fly. I could just lift my wings and... Okay, I guess last thoughts, I suppose. Examine bookshelf. One of the books is missing from an otherwise full bookshelf. Okay. I'm gonna guess the monster is... the homunculus is still roaming around downstairs. He's probably lying in wait. He's gonna pop out of somewhere and scare the shit out of me. Okay. So many possible permutations. go, 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 go. Get in there. What was... Did this just break? Am I like totally exposed in here? Is that what happened? All the hiding places must break at a certain time, which means I have to get caught. Maybe. Or I just used it one too many times. Is that like a bird outside? Yeah, no, it's broken. Okay, yeah, I presume if I try and get in here, it's just going to be able to see me and kill me. Yeah. Okay. Get some more information. So at that point I look at Gary and say, that makes two of us. And Gary clearly wants to back down, but I don't want to back down. And we stared that guy down until he backed off. You intimidated him? Nah, he never wanted to fight. Turned out he was joking. Huh. So that happened to the Roadhouse, huh? Yep. Huh. Haven't been to the Roadhouse since we were all there together the first time we watched the Perseids. Must have been like, what, 3 years ago? Yep. Glad you had occasion to grace us with your presence again. Well, my grandma died very conveniently. You wouldn't have come otherwise? I thought Pete was the flaky one. I've been really anxious about coming back here. I've been busy. Typical. So relax, we're supposed to be having fun here. We'll drink out of dirty glasses and watch some falling space garbage and it'll be great. But isn't the bar just outside of town? Where are we going? Going to the site where I've been working. Why? Why are you telling me this now? I'm gonna get to the bar way after everybody else. I told the others a later start time. I wanted to make sure I didn't have to pick up my last check alone. Your last check? Last time we talked you seemed crazy about that job. Last time we talked was like 14 months ago. My mum owed me some money. It's fine. Pfft. Okay. Wait, didn't we just pass the Riverside exit? Isn't that where you said the site was? Do you know what day it is, Emily? August 13th? Friday, August 13th. So what? You're superstitious now? Wait. Are you afraid to go back there? Is that why you quit? Nobody sticks around those types of jobs long. You either work a decade, tear your body up, or you quit before you're in too deep. Uh-huh. Buddy of mine, Martin, kind of an older guy, wife and 2 kids. He's spotting another guy, Brian, as he's bringing in a dump truck full of gravel, laying a foundation. The truck hits a bundle of rebar, the scaffold collapses, Martin falls into the pit, and the truck tips behind him, just enough to dump all of the gravel on top of him. He's chest deep in gravel now, but his arms are free. He's responsive, feeling okay. Miracle. But it turns out, I mean, that's 18 tons of gravel in there with him, right? All that weight, it's pushed all the oxygen in his blood up into his brain. And below the waist, he's crushed. He's just one big bruise. When they pull him out of there, all that blood's going to go racing to his legs. He's going to go into shock, and his brain's going to die. So this is it. They bring in his family, explain the situation. They hug him, say goodbye. Then they winch him out, and he's gone. Christ, that's awful, Cliff. They really pulled him out like that? You don't believe me? No, I believe you. It's just... It happened. It happened to somebody I know, Emily. And it's gonna happen to me. Either I live hard and die young like Martin, or I become a lumpy old arsehole like my dad. Eyes on the road. We don't deserve this. Sorry, Cliff. Don't mention it. I'm sorry too. Wait, where are we? How long have we been driving for? Much like In Stars in Time, which I was a big fan of, it seems like the crux of this game's problems is people being unable to say the things that they actually want to say, and it's generating a lot of trauma. Once again, repression strikes again. I don't think we can, but maybe there's a cheat code somewhere. Okay, what clues do I have? What clues do I have? Open to a page about the old PC in the master bedroom. Minesweeper. After use with a spray compressed air. Apparently we're supposed to pack our own compressed air. Okay, so that'll be like a hint, I guess, for what we need to do next. Let me see. Talk to Francine. Hi, Francine. Hey Emily, is it just me or does everybody seem kind of downbeat tonight? It's been so hard losing you guys over and over. I'm feeling it too. There's a pall over this whole thing. It's like we're all mourning something. Maybe this was a mistake. It's not too late. We can turn it around. I'm not so sure, but it's in keeping with the trend. All of us pulled together through mutual convenience rather than mutual attraction. Just like we were when we met in school. And anyway, this was the way everyone was before you left. Something has changed around here, but some things haven't. Do you know anything about synthesizers? Synthesizers? Nope. Maybe that's the kind of thing Megan would know about. Okay, talk to you later. Let's go talk to Megan about synthesizers. And then I guess we'll look at that pump thing again. I don't think me breaking the pump off the wall is what I was supposed to do. Think about the metaphor of the birds assaulting the player with their eggs, literally their offspring, and the way it speaks to generational guilt and familial trauma. I didn't think about that. The real cost of this conflict is so much higher than I realized. They're talking about video games like I talk about video games. That the explorer has to jump over them, overcoming them through vertical distance. It's a clear indication of class stratification. Speaking of the so-called explorer, who's exploring what here exactly? There's clearly resistance on the part of the Purds, whose island is being explored. It's colonialism, pure and simple. Totally, the Purd mystery itself was never really his to solve. How long have you two been playing this? Most of the day? Doesn't seem like much at first, but after the 5th hour you start to understand its complexity. It's pretty immersive. Wait, are you guys high? Yeah. A little, yeah. Want some? Later, sure. Megan, do you know anything about synthesizers? Oh yeah, I've dabbled in that kind of thing. Was it that obvious? Guess so. Well, I mean there's like a zillion different types of pad, but usually they have an array of buttons that play samples. If the pad supports playing multiple samples in sequence, there'll be columns of buttons from left to right that represent the order the samples get played in. You choose what sample plays by pressing the buttons from top to bottom. Below each of those columns of sample buttons there'll be a switch of multiple positions representing the pitch. Pushing the switch up plays the sound at a higher pitch, down plays it lower, keeping the switch in the middle plays the sample at a neutral pitch. Cool, talk to you later. Does Gary have any... No, Gary can't. Gary has no specialties. Gary can't help me with any of my problems. Okay, there's gotta be something else I can do. The missing book, right? But I don't... Yeah, maybe that doesn't mean anything, since I've already solved the book puzzle. Okay. What does it say? Should be set to 12 PSI at all times. Do not touch. Okay, so this one makes 5 a thing. So what? 1, 2. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Cool, that's it, right? Or is that just right? No, okay, it was meant to break. I did. For some reason, I didn't think I'd solved it correctly last time, and I'd broken it. But I guess. Okay, well, that's just the generic clue for a puzzle we've already solved. Okay. Yeah, we really just. I just need the power to go out again, I guess, and I'll. Check keypad. 321 720. Nope. None of these random. I can't believe none of these random guesses are getting me anywhere. Okay, so wait, we have to. Maybe we have to solve all of the ones around the house. There's only 2 that I'm aware of. Be nice if the actual electrician could just like do the wire puzzle for me, because my goodness, that is difficult. Or maybe I just suck, but you know. Can we play? We can play Birds. Oh wait, we're meant to catch the eggs? Yes, okay. No, we're meant to jump on the eggs. We're meant to jump at the... We're just meant to avoid the eggs, I guess. Jump over them. Gets us the points. Talk to Megan. Megan, hey. Do you know what to do about the power outage? Hell, we don't have any notes on what to do when the power's out. Better try and figure the situation out. Francine, Emily. I'm going to try and fix this. Okay, let's go back down here. Is there anything I haven't interacted with? And also... Oh, okay, that's gonna be so hard to figure out from memory, but we're gonna try. Oh. Okay. Yeah, here's another pressure thing. This could be so difficult, huh? Okay. What is this? Does this do anything? No. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, there are, what, 2 things I can try to do. Either this damn thing again. Okay, let's solve it like one thing at a time, right? Okay. So, cool, okay. Sorry, the focus is intense. Don't think I'm going to be able to solve this again. So I can get there again. I feel like I'm so close. Run! No, okay. So close, it's infuriating. It's okay, I'll finish I'll finish up in 5 minutes anyway. Get out of here, come on. Just get it over with, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I will just leave it there, just in the interest of time. But I'll try and be back again later in the week, or possibly a week after, we'll see. Pete, hey Emily. Pete, I know that look on your face. You've been tying yourself in knots, running this night through your head over and over again, trying to think of a way out. You see the house with its door locked and power out, some kind of walking metaphor roaming its halls. You see me in the woods with my throat slit. Am I right about that last part? Yeah, I'm afraid that you're dead. Don't be too sad about me. Now we'll have to go but up, right? To the attic, I mean. There's a red door that leads to the attic. Is there anything around there that would help open it? There's a teal cable that runs up to the attic door, starting the living room. Maybe you have to solve the right side of the living room power box first. Yes, I know that. Okay, that's all I have for now. See you again soon. Don't worry, I figured that out already. Okay, but that's where I'll leave it for now. But I really enjoyed this game so far. It's exceeded my expectations. I heard good things about it before I bought it, and I heard some not so good things, and I was, looking at my library again recently. But I'm enjoying it so far, and I look forward to seeing whether I can solve this infuriating puzzle. But I think it's best if I leave it there for today, otherwise I'm not going to have time to get anything else done. But yeah, thanks everybody. Again, sorry it's been so long. Life's been difficult, but I hope you're doing well and looking after your loved ones and looking out for everybody else. Keep on keeping on, really. That's the only message I have at the end of today. But thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.